Okay, this is almost like a part two to the last video. That last video where I showed off that huge lot of Anime Funko Pops, this is actually the majority of those Pops. I went in that video, I planned on showing off all the Pops, but I ended up just doing the ones that I picked up in person, and this is going to be going over all the ones I ordered. And way more of the Pops in that video were ones I ordered, so you'll get to see all of those Pops. And they're all anime, I'm pretty sure, so yeah, and there's a lot to get through, so we're just going to go right into it. And all of, or most of these Pops are the ones that I've gotten since the video that was out like 8 months ago on this channel. So it's been this is almost a year's worth of anime Pops that I've ordered. And like I said, I haven't ordered a ton of Pops, but where a lot of them I had pre-ordered and they came like a year later or stuff like that. It's just a lot. I don't know the exact number, but there's going to be a lot of Pops. And I'm not even exactly sure what every single one of these Pops are because, like I said, since it's been almost a year, and a lot of the times, you know, you'll order if you know you want to order like 2 Pops from like the Funko shop, and like the shipping, to get free shipping, it's like $50. You'll just pick up 2 more Pops just to qualify for free shipping. Because usually if I go to order like from the Funko shop, I'm ordering for the exclusives, and then I'll just pick up a few more Pops to cover shipping. And it's probably honestly not worth it just paying like $5 or $10 more for shipping. But, you know, when it's almost $5 or $10 to get a Pop, I'm like, well, I'll just buy enough to get free shipping. So, yeah, we'll just get right into this. This is all the Pops that I ordered from the Funko shop. I'm not even for sure what all is in here. I know what one of them is for sure. One is a Funko shop exclusive. Actually, I've ordered... I know there's at least going to be 2 more videos come up on the channel because I've still got to deal with my GameStop pre-order situation where I pre-ordered some Pops and just never went and picked them up. So I'll go over how that experience goes. And then I ordered some Pops from the Funko shop, and with some 4th of July sales going on recently, I ordered some Pops from eBay actually. So hopefully they're legit, and we'll see how that goes. But it's a Pop that I've been wanting to get for a while just because it's one of the harder Pops to get in the Naruto line. So that's a big hint at what it is. But yeah, so we'll get right into this. So here is the Funko shop order. I ordered these Pops because there was one Pop that was coming to the Funko shop that was a must-get for my collection, so... Okay, these are not the must-gets for the collection. These are the commons that I ordered to qualify for free shipping. Eren and Naruto Rasengan. They've got a lot of, like, dust on them, or whatever, cardboard. But yeah, these two I mainly just got... You know, I'm trying to complete the Naruto set, so I did want to get this Pop for a while, so whenever I saw it was one that they had, I wanted to get it. And Eren, I've got like some of the other Pops of Eren, like I've got the Hardened Titan form and his other Titan Pop, so I wanted to get just a regular Eren, so especially with the older one being vaulted. And this one's honestly probably a better mold, so definitely was glad getting these two. And now the next 2 are probably more of the reason why I actually ordered from the Funko shop. Because these 2 you can get pretty much anywhere with them being commons. Yeah, these are the 2 that I mainly ordered it for. Pito and Yuji. Pito's the main reason I ordered this. Being a Hunter x Hunter fan, whenever I saw this Pop, it was one that like took forever for them to actually end up putting online. Like we knew about it for months and months, but then they finally put it up. Yuji actually was from a con that had came earlier, and I just didn't pick him up just because he was like the only Pop on the Funko shop, and that I wanted. And me just not being the biggest Jujutsu Kaisen fan yet, not really into the series still, haven't started it yet. But I still wanted to get the con Pop just in case. And this one I don't think was a super popular con Pop. But like I said, the main reason I ordered this was for Pito, just because I'm a huge Hunter x Hunter fan. And I really did like Pito in the series. I know some people don't like Pito, but I like Pito. And just, I figured this one was going to be one of the harder ones to get. I don't know how crazy fast it sold out, but I was able to get it out. I like waited for this one. Like this was one that I was on top of my game for because I wanted to get it. I know Hunter x Hunter Pops aren't like the craziest ones, like they're popular, but like they're not like a, like the Jirai Pop. That Jirai Pop would go on Hot Topic and sell out like right away, and then it would be a while, and then they'd get it, and then eventually it would get on like back order and stuff, and people could finally get it that had been wanting to get it. But yeah, So these were all the pops I got from the Funko shop. Some of my favorite series right here, Jujutsu Kaisen I think is going to be a series I end up really loving, but I haven't started it yet. But yeah, Naruto being one of my favorites. Naruto and Hunter x Hunter are two of my definite favorites, and I really have loved Attack on Titan so far. So definitely love this group of four, not just because the series, but just the individual characters. I mean, like I said, I haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet, but I really like Eren in Attack on Titan, and obviously you like Naruto if you watch Naruto, and Pito, I do like Pito and Hunter x Hunter, and with Hunter x Hunter being one of my favorites, it was a must get. And yeah, honestly, Pito's the only reason I probably got these three, so I'm definitely glad that I went through the purchase. Next up, we've got my order from Big Toes Collectibles. This is a place I like. This is one of those like smaller pop retailers that I don't think everybody knows about, but I really like Big Toes Collectibles. I've gotten a lot of pops from them, and they ship them in protectors and stuff, so I really like them. And all these pops were ones that I'd wanted to get for a while, and like just with it, since this was some of the ones I got for Christmas, these were just ones that I'd wanted for a while and just finally decided to get. So yeah, we'll just get right into it. I think it's 5 or 6. 5 boxes, but 6 pops, I guess. So, we'll just go with that one that I was talking about first. So it's the Hashirama and Tobirama 2-pack. So now you can also get these in the Hokage things. That's one of the things I've got to go deal with at GameStop. But this was a set that I really wanted to get. And Big Toes, like I said, ships stuff in protectors. So whenever I saw that they were getting it, I wanted to get it from them, knowing I could get it in a protector, because the 2-pack protectors, just aren't as easy to get, and their protectors are really good. But yeah, the AE exclusive. This one was a kind of weird one to get. Like, it was like on some like weirder websites, like Deep Discount, I think, which I don't really know the legitimacy or whatever behind Deep Discount, but I've not ordered from Deep Discount. That's Big Toe's little card thing, and you can use that if you want to order from them and get a discount. But yeah, the AE sticker thing, it was kind of a weird thing. Like, the exclusives like AE are kind of just weird to me. Like, it's an exclusive, but it's almost not. I don't know. But yeah, definitely was glad to get this set, because it was like, at one point, it almost looked like it was going to be almost impossible to get unless you wanted to pay resale. But then we have another AE exclusive, Battle Levi. This was a pop that when I saw it, I was like, oh, that looks so awesome, and I really wanted to get it. I do think the blood could have looked a little better, I'll be honest. Like, it almost looks like a jelly or something with how like light it is. But I'd really like this pop still. I think it's a really awesome Levi pop, and I've got the Cleaning Levi in this one now, so I think I almost have every Levi pop except the regular one, which is kind of funny, the common. Then we picked up the pop that I wanted to get for a while. This was one of the Demon Slayer ones that I really wanted to get, and that's that AAA anime exclusive Giyu. Giyu's probably my favorite character in Demon Slayer. I've only seen the first season so far, but in the first season at least, Giyu was my favorite character. And I think it's a really awesome pop with like how the water's going around him. And like I said, Giyu being one of my favorite characters, and I just think it's an awesome pop. But Demon Slayer is definitely not my favorite anime, so that's why that wasn't like a had to get it right away type of thing. But I knew whenever I would get the chance to get it, I was definitely going to be happy to get it. And then the next two we've got 2 of my favorite characters in all of anime from 2 of my favorite series of all time. So one of these is one that I've wanted forever and just finally got it. And then the other was one that came out later, but I really wanted to get, and that is the Killua Godspeed. Really love this pop. I could have also bought the common, but I haven't bought the common yet. I guess I'll get it eventually, probably whenever I'm just trying to complete the Hunter x Hunter set. But really love Godspeed. It's so cool to watch him use Godspeed in the anime. So this was a pop I was super, super excited to get. Yeah, but I love the chase. I haven't really seen the glow yet, but the next pop is kind of a similar situation. Another AAA anime exclusive that's also a chase. And this is that one that I've been wanting to get forever. And that is the Sasuke chase. I think this is one of the coolest pops. It's my favorite character in probably all of anime. And one of his coolest things, having the Rinnegan, the Sharingan, and using Chidori. Just such an awesome, awesome character to me. One of my favorite pops. I've got the regular version of this one actually, but I didn't have the chase. But the Killua I don't have the common of, so was definitely glad to get the chase. With, like I said, Sasuke being probably my favorite character in all of anime, at least as of right now. Okay, something came up while I was recording the last bit of the video. I think I had volleyball practice or something, and I didn't realize it was that soon. So, um, and I just didn't get time to record yesterday. So, technically, this will have only been a few seconds for you all, but it's taken 2 days to record the second half of this video. So, I'm just going to get right into it. So, I probably have enough time. But yeah, I did want to mention one more thing about these two pops. These two from Big Toes Collectibles. Levi is easily one of my favorite characters in AOT, if I didn't mention this. Him and Aaron are probably my top two, and I might lean Levi, actually, just because I like Aaron more as the seasons go on, um, but Levi I liked, like, from the start. And then about Hashirama and Tobirama, I really love both of the Hokages. They're two of my favorite Kages ever. Um, Not even just Hokages, but especially out of the Hokages, they're definitely two that would rank higher for me. Um, And I think everybody likes Hashirama, and I do too. But honestly, I might prefer Tobirama, even though he is, kind of racist towards the Uchihas. And the Uchihas are most of my favorite characters, like Madara, Obito, Sasuke, um, Itachi. But I think it's kind of exaggerated a little bit. But I could see why people have that idea. But yeah, I still really like all of these characters. These are easily three of my favorite characters in anime in general. But yeah, we'll just get right into it and go into the hot topic portion, which is a big portion of this video. Okay, next we've got 6 pops from Hot Topic, but I also wanted to mention 2 more things really quick. That pop that I mentioned that I ordered during like the 4th of July from eBay, that actually came in today, so I might just throw that in the end of the video. And then, what was the other thing I was going to mention? Oh, some of the SDCC pops have been announced already, and we have had 3 that I really want to get. One's a must get. They made a Hunter x Hunter pop, one of the 3 Royal Guards. Um, I can't think of his name. It's the butterfly one, though. He's honestly probably my least favorite of the Royal Guards, but I still definitely want to get him, complete or have most of the Hunter x Hunter collection. I think really the only stuff I'm lacking is like the chase variant of one of the chases and the common variant of one of the chases, but it's different ones. I think it's Komagi I need the chase of, and Killua I need the common of his chase version, and then I need the Meruem Komagi 2-pack, like the set, like the scene, like of them playing Gongi. But yeah, and then I think that was it that I wanted to mention. Yeah, so I think we'll just show off that pop at the end of this video. But the first one I think might have actually been a pop I picked up in person. I can't remember for sure. I think I actually picked this one up in person, but it was like going to be a Christmas gift for later, so I just kind of threw it in. So, but here's what it is. It's the Yuji from the Hot Topic Expo. This one I remember having like a sticker controversy. Like at one point they thought it was just going to have the regular sticker, and then it ended up having this sticker. Honestly, I don't know if I would have ordered it if it had the regular sticker, but with it being an Expo sticker, I ended up deciding to get it. I'm glad I did though, because I really do like the pop, but as you've seen from this video, the only reason why I like it wasn't like a must get from the get-go is because, well, I'm just not started JJK yet, but I really want to. So, well, I guess we'll just go in whatever order out of these. So we've got 2 larger pops and then 3 more smaller pops. Oh, this is a cool one, actually. This is a pop I wanted to get for a while. This is the all-yellow Naruto 6-path Sage. Let's see, what do I want to say about this pop? Well, I actually prefer the other version of this pop better than the all-yellow one. However, this one actually went back up on Hot Topic's website for either pre-sale or back order, and at first I thought it was kind of a glitch, but it stayed up for a while, and I ordered it and just waited, and, well, it came. But, yeah, it's the all-yellow one. And like I said, I like the version of it that actually looks like this more than this all-yellow one, but still, it's actually a pretty cool pop in person, and I think the glow on it is really good. I haven't tried it out yet, but honestly, I really like that pop. Yeah, so, but yeah, it is the all-yellow variant, and like I said, I kind of do prefer the the non all yellow variant. But like I said, it was kind of weird that it got like vaulted and then they ended up having more for. I guess they might have had like some in storage or something and just found out about them and decided to put them up, or maybe they just had some of the last ones before they officially were vaulted that like they'd ordered or whatever. I don't know exactly how this all works, but that's the one I got. So we'll save the two big ones for last. Okay, next up we've got. Oh, this was not a pop I was expecting. Jack from the WinterCon from Black Clover. Oh, I think we've actually got 4 more. Yeah, so this one was the WinterCon one from Hot Topic. There was a few other cool WinterCon pops that year. I think I got most of the ones I really wanted, but yeah. I think this was my first Black Clover pop, actually, so definitely glad to get it. Jack the Ripper, I think. I'm not for sure. I haven't watched Black Clover yet, but Black Clover is kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen, where everything sounds pretty good, so if I see a con pop, I'm probably going to pick it up. But yeah, I really like that pop. It's really cool, and I think you can still get it, actually, but I'll probably even going to start Jujutsu Kaisen before I start Black Clover. Okay, these two I was for sure about. I forgot that one came from Hot Topic. I guess that's one of the ones I looked up. Okay, next up we've got Greed from Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal, as you can kind of see, I've watched a bunch of animes, but I haven't watched all the ones that I'm collecting pops of. But yeah, Greed's from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is interesting because the other Fullmetal Alchemist pop I have, Lust, is actually from the regular series and not from Brotherhood. So, but yeah, Fullmetal seems really cool. Definitely want to get some more Fullmetal pops, especially some of those ones that I think either got vaulted or they think are going to get vaulted. Especially since I think it is a really, really popular series. I think it's like the highest rated anime series on like the anime list thing, but just haven't started it yet. But I do think it looks really good from what I've seen. Okay. Next up we've got the glow in the dark Haiykuu. I remember this one having like a bad glow, I think, is what I heard. So, yeah. But Haiykuu, I just didn't have the common of him, and I think I ordered this one, and one of the big pops to pretty much qualify for shipping. But those were 2 exclusives that I liked, but like just the Greed and Haiykuu just weren't ones that I was gonna buy just because I knew they weren't gonna sell out. Next up, we've got 2 really, really cool ones. These were 2 that I've wanted to get for a while. So yeah, I guess I'll try to move some of these out of the way. Okay, so first up we've got, oh yeah, Jiraiya on Toad. This was a pop that I had been wanting to get for so long. I've got the Naruto on, whatever his is, I think it's actually one of the specific frogs, but, still. Jiraiya on Toad, this was a pop that I wanted to get for so long, and then they finally, they restock this one all the time, but it would sell out, and then eventually they put it up for like pre-sale or back order, or maybe it was just in stock, but I finally got the chance to get it, and it took a little bit to ship, but I finally got it, so I think it was either on like a good bit delayed on a regular order, or it was on pre-order or back order, but Jiraiya on Toad, this is a harder one to get, so it was easily worth it, and I was fine with paying a little extra. But yeah, super glad to finally have Jiraiya on Toad. Jiraiya's such a cool character, and so this is such a cool pop. And for a while, this was the only Jiraiya pop. I actually have 2 other Jiraiya pops, not the new Sage one or whatever, but I have 2 of the Jiraiya with popsicles because I ordered it from one place, and it ended up coming in the special edition sticker, and then I ended up being able to get it on Hot Topic's website for the cheaper price, and I was like, well, if I can get the actual sticker one for cheaper than I could get the other one, then I'll just do that, and that's how I ended up with another Jiraiya. And then we've got Naruto as Ninetales. This was such a cool one for the LACC. Such a cool pop. Obviously, the Naruto Ninetales thing, everybody knows about it. I mean, you see it in OG Naruto, but such a cool pop. I was shocked that they did this, but I was kind of surprised that they made it a Funko or a con exclusive. So, but still, such a cool pop. And I knew this one was going to be super hard to get, so I was so happy to be able to get it from Hot Topic and not have to pay resale. Next up, we've got Box Lunch, and honestly, I've kind of got a little complaint with Box Lunch, but we're just going to get into the pops that I ended up getting, and I'll kind of explain that a little better right here. So, it's 4 pops. It was supposed to be 5. What happened was, this was like right around my birthday, actually, so I had a decent bit of money at the time, so I could order pops. Usually that's the main thing stopping my pop addiction, but right now I actually have I can buy pretty much whatever, since my graduation just happened. But these pops were all they restocked a bunch of their exclusives at Box Lunch, including Itachi, Tanjiro Water Dragon, and the Fire Force Shinra. And the Fire Force Shinra has been canceled for me before. I ordered it with the some con exclusive that they had in stock for a while that was from Dragon Ball. But I ordered those 2 pops, and then they ended up canceling the Shinra. And then with this order, I ordered, and they canceled Shinra again, which was so annoying because Shinra at the time, when I first ordered him, he was I wanted to get him, but it wasn't the end of the world. And then the second time I got him, I really wanted to get him because I'd missed out on him once before, and then didn't get him. And then when they canceled it again, and now it's a super expensive pop. I think they vaulted the Fire Force line or a bunch of pops in that line. And now that one's it's so annoying that I've had it ordered twice and it's gotten canceled twice, and now it's a super expensive pop. It's just so annoying. But honestly, out of the characters, that's probably the one I wanted to get the least, just because I haven't watched Fire Force yet, and I've watched Demon Slayer and Naruto. But yeah, let's just get into the pops I ended up getting. So, 2 of these were commons that were super on sale, and by I think they were $6 or less. So that's why I got them. And one of those commons is Enogen. I'll be honest, I was kind of disappointed that Enogen and Cho-Cho and those 2 specifically got pops before their parents did. How do we not have an Eno pop? How do we not have a Choji pop or a I know Hinata, but how do we not have a Hinata pop either? We've got all these characters that are super important from the original series that don't have pops, yet their kids are getting pops, and they're way less popular. I just don't get Funko at some points. Speaking of Choji, here is Cho-Cho. Literally, how in the world do I have 2 Cho-Cho pops already, but not a single Choji pop? I think there's something wrong with that. I think Funko should know, or at least maybe they need to hire me, because I know a Choji pop is going to sell better than a Cho-Cho pop. I think we at least still don't have a Choji pop. But yeah, these 2 were dirt cheap. I probably wouldn't have ordered them if it wasn't for them being super cheap, and me just trying to, pretty much it was either pay shipping or get these 2 pops. Is pretty much what it was. I mean, there's still ones that I wanted to get eventually, but I didn't care as much about getting them as the other 3 pops, and one of those other 3 got canceled. And this is probably the pop I wanted to get the most, the Itachi with crows. This is one that I've also had issues with, because I remember this was one of the first pops that I was really wanting to get, that I knew the date it was going to go up online and the time, and it ended up selling out while I was ordering it. Literally, I was on top of my game on this one. I knew what time this one was coming up. I was following all the Instagram pages and stuff, so I knew exactly when it was going to drop. But I was at school, so that lies the big problem. I have horrible service at my school, but still, I've been able to order pops at school. But this one, just didn't work out. And Itachi being one of my favorite characters, it was just, but I love this pop. The Itachi with Crows pop is such a awesome pop to me. one of my favorites in the collection, and especially with my little history of trying to get it and just not getting it. And, well, you already know technically what this last pop is, but it's a super, super awesome pop. But I've mentioned it already in this video. Not the biggest Demon Slayer fan, but one thing I will mention, this is a really heavy feeling pop. Like, I know it's got, like, some extra stuff, but it still, like, feels way heavier compared to most pops. But, yeah, Tanjiro Water Dragon. Really, really cool Tanjiro pop. Looks awesome, and it's crazy that they went all the way to make it glow. Like, I think I picked up 2 of the better Demon Slayer pops out in this video, between Gyu and this one. But yeah, these are the pops I got from Box Lunch. Definitely would have loved to have gotten Shinra, especially now with it being like such a hard pop to get and such an expensive pop. I don't know. Maybe if I get into Fire Force, I'll buy that pop on resale, but as of right now, I'm just so annoyed with the situation that I doubt I'm going to pay resale for it, at least right now. You know, maybe, I'm still kind of hoping that they still end up getting some more at Box Lunch just because it was such a quick vault, or I think it got vaulted. I think some of the commons got vaulted, and they're like, this one's pending, I think is what the actual situation is, or it might have gotten vaulted, but still, I'm just going to wait until this one's like 100% vaulted, or it's been like a year or 2 before I actually order it, just because I've not even started Fire Force, and just with the annoyance of getting it canceled twice, I don't want to pay resale, and then, you know, they end up having them on sale in Box Lunch. So that's why I'm just going to wait. Because, I mean, if it sold out as good as it did, they shouldn't have vaulted it, so. Okay, next up we've got FYE and GameStop, and the only reason why I'm combining these and not really combining any of the other ones is because these are just 2 standalone pops. So first, I guess we'll get into the FYE one. This was one that I can't remember if I received this one later. Can't remember when I received this one, but this was one I remember ordering for sure way earlier. And that is Kurapika. The only thing that upsets me about this pop now is the last time I went to my FYE, they had a ton of them on sale, which was kind of annoying. So I don't know if they just produced a crap ton of Kurapika, but this was a pop I was really looking forward to, so I was fine with paying a little extra to get it a little earlier, but it is annoying that it's already on sale. But still, I love Kurapika, so I'm fine. I would have rather taken the chance on paying a little more than taking the chance of missing out on this pop. I love Kurapika, and his scene where he uses the Kurta eyes or the Scarlet eyes is so awesome, and I really, really love his character. He's one of my favorite characters. He's probably right behind Killua for me right now as far as all the characters in Hunter x Hunter. And next we've got the one I ordered from GameStop. This was a con pop, so you might be able to guess what it is. And, oh, this one's so cool. I'm not going to lie. It is Ulquiorra from Bleach. This is actually my first Bleach pop. It's kind of weird. They've done the Bleach line, so they had like the original 4, and then like they took a long time, and then they made the Ichigo Chase, which made sense because, you know, you only had the vaulted Ichigo pop for a while, and then they came out with this pop. So I think that Ichigo pop right now might be the only unvaulted one, because, you know, they don't restock con pops, but yeah, it's kind of funny that how the Bleach line is, because Bleach is such a popular series. Like, honestly, Bleach should have like almost the 4th most pops, I would have what I would think. Like, obviously Naruto, between Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball should probably have the most pops, and I think those 3 probably do have the most, but Bleach should be like right behind them, and Bleach only has like 6 pops. Yeah, I think 6, between the Chase. Yeah, Bleach does not have many pops, but Bleach is such a popular anime. I started it at one point when it was on Netflix, but I only watched like part of the first episode, and I just like was like, and quit watching it. Honestly, I think I should have given Bleach a better chance, because like the clips and stuff I've seen of Bleach just like looked awesome, but I know it's just such a long series. So I think that's like when I was like watching Naruto, but then also like sort of watching some other animes at the same time, like Death Note, or maybe it was while I was watching Hunter x Hunter and like finished the first 4 seasons and like couldn't find the last 2. Whatever it was, I remember watching like a few different animes, and that was like when I watched Death Note and some stuff, and I started Bleach, but didn't even like finish the first episode. I did that for a couple animes, and I kind of regretted it because I did that for Haikyuu recently. I did that a while ago for Haikyuu, and then I recently started rewatching Haikyuu, and Haikyuu has been great. I'm going to talk about Haikyuu at the end of this episode, or at the end of this video, but yeah, definitely was glad to get Ulquiorra because he is a really cool character. And I know he's got another form that's really cool, so that would be cool to see him get a pop of it. And Kurapika being one of my favorite characters, really in all of anime, but in his series, which is one of my favorites, only behind Killua. And it's really, really close. Like at one point it was like a 1A, 1B, but now I lean Killua a little bit more. Okay, and this would have been the last part before I got that one pop that I ordered from eBay today. Um, but this is my Chalice order, and it's kind of fitting that this is last. I think this was one of the last of these that I think this is the last one I received in person, but I ordered it like over a year before I ended up getting it. And that's because I ordered these, I pre-ordered them whenever like the new Hunter x Hunter line got announced, but then they just took forever. Um, but yeah, let's just get right into it. So obviously you can tell it's part of it is the Hunter x Hunter line. So yeah, we'll just get into it. So I ordered this pack that they had that was 3 commons, Netero, Kite, and Bisky. I think at one point I've rewatched some of my old videos of the channel, and then wow, some of them are cringy to say the least. But I think I did do a video talking about some characters that I wanted to see get pops, and I think at the time this was easily probably my number one, Maryland. Yeah, so these were the 4 I got. So this was like a set you could get when you might still can, but I remember it whenever they did whenever they like announced all the new Hunter x Hunter wave, you could buy the pack of the 3 commons plus Chalice's Meruem. And I like ordering from Chalice because you get them in protectors, but Chalice does have a little bit of expensive shipping. But since I had Meruem, it was like, well, since I'm ordering from them anyways, it just made sense. But then I did order one pop. One thing I've noticed with Chalice's website, and this was a while ago, so they might not still do this, but if you order like 6 pops, the shipping is like one price. But if you go over 6, it's another price. So I'd like try to stay under 6, just so I didn't have to pay more for shipping. But I got another Chalice exclusive, and that's Mikasa. I think this was my first Mikasa pop. And I think this one might have gotten vaulted already, I think. I'm not for sure, but I think it might have, which I don't know what Funko's doing, honestly. Some of these pops, get vaulted, I think, way too soon. Some don't get vaulted, I think, before they should. I don't know. I mean, I don't have the problem with thinking pops should get vaulted as much, but some of these pops, like the Shinra and Mikasa, I just don't get why they would vault them that early. And maybe it's just a glitch on the website. That's kind of what I'm hoping. But, I mean, I guess it's really fine for me. Probably better for me, honestly, if it is already vaulted, but I think this pop should not be vaulted already if it is. But then again, like that one Goku pop that's at Chalice, that one, like their first Chalice exclusive Goku, that one's like supposed to be vaulted, and it's been on their website forever. So I don't know if they just made a ton of it or if it really got, I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, still, I really like this Mikasa, and I do like the Meruem too. So I guess since I kind of ran through it, I guess I'll go over each of the characters. Mikasa is probably my 3rd favorite character in AOT. Really, really like her. Meruem's such a cool character, especially if you've watched Hunter x Hunter and the Chimera Ant arc. He's such a cool character, like his philosophy and everything. He's just such a cool character. Like, I don't want to say too much without spoiling, but he's just such a great character. He's like character development, like throughout learning about humans and stuff. It's just so cool. So I would definitely recommend watching Hunter x Hunter. And then Bisky, I really like Bisky. She's really good in the one arc where the Greed Island arc. Is that it? I think that's the arc. It's the one where they get in the video game. She's really cool in it, especially seeing her other form, which was very unexpected. And then Kite's really cool. And they did make the Funko Shop version for Kite, which is only slightly different. So it's definitely not a must get if you already have the common, to me at least. But, well, it's not a must get for, I think, most people. But since I'm just trying to complete the set, it kind of is. It's almost like a chase variant. I mean, it's not a chase, but, it's just a slightly different variant that's a little harder to get. So it almost is a chase. And then Netero's such a cool character. His fight with Meruem is such a good fight. Yeah, watch Hunter x Hunter if you haven't already. Okay, in this last bit, I'm going to show off 2 things. I'm going to show off the pop I got from eBay for the 4th of July sale, and I'm going to mention like just some anime stuff that I've watched in the last little bit. Since, this is the last, since I've not uploaded much on this channel, I've still been watching anime, and like I said, I've still been buying pops. I've just not uploaded a ton, so I'm just gonna go over like what I've watched lately that's been good, and some stuff that I might watch and stuff. So yeah, let's just show off this pop. I'm so glad to finally have this pop in my collection, and it's probably one of the more popular pops in the Naruto line. Well, not more popular pops, but one of the harder to get pops in the Naruto line. The only thing I'm for sure is harder to get in that is that the Kurama mode Kurama, and I don't even think that pop was all to get, or at least it wasn't the last time I looked on the Funko website. But that's been a while too. But honestly, I really hope they restock that pop. I know that would make some people angry, but I think more people would be happy about it than angry, just because I think it shouldn't be. I mean, honestly though, it's not the end of the world for me about getting that pop, just because I've already got like the other variants of Kurama. I definitely want to get it just so I can complete the set, but it's not the end of the world. But let's just show it off now. Kaguya Otsuki. Wow. I'm so glad to finally have this pop. And I got it for like around $50 or $60, which is like one of the better prices I've seen this pop. And there's so many fakes of this one. One thing I definitely want to warn you about trying to get this pop: make sure to look for fakes and do not buy from sellers that have horrible reviews. And even sellers that have good reviews, look at the pictures. Like, don't buy like from one of those like online image ones. Like, look at their own pictures of the pop. And this one was from a seller that sells pops, had a ton of good reviews, and all the pictures look legit. And from what I can tell, this pop is 100% legit. It looks like I did like the Mikey of the Hidden Leafs, like the real versus fake, like the look pictures and everything. I can tell it looks legit. I'll show off some of the angles of it so y'all can see. But yeah, Kaguya, I know Kaguya is like not the most popular character considering like how it goes with Madara, but you know, I still think she's a really, really cool, really powerful character. And I do like her. I mean, she's not like my favorite character or anything, but I definitely like Kaguya. Definitely more than I'd say the average person, but this being just such a big pop in the Naruto line and there being fakes out, just so happy to finally have this pop in my collection and not have to worry about trying to not get a fake one or whatever. Um, and like this pop is actually set around the same price for the last few years, so but I could definitely see this one, you know, going up at any point with it, you know, just being in the Naruto line, being a vaulted pop. I think it's one of the only Naruto pops that's vaulted, which actually does make sense just because, you know, the Naruto line is so popular. But yeah, now let's just get into some like the animes I've watched. I've mentioned this a ton on this channel, but yeah, I've watched Code Geass. It was great. Definitely recommend watching it. I plan on doing a review here on the channel, but I just never got around to doing it. But I love Code Geass. Would definitely recommend watching it. So, but this is pretty much everything I've watched since Code Geass. I can't remember if I talked about Sales at Work on the channel, but I started Sales at Work. I think I got to like the last or the second to last episode. Kind of, it's a pretty fun anime, honestly. It's actually like teaches you a decent bit about anatomy. Like I was taking an anatomy class while watching it, and there was actually some stuff that I was like, oh, that's actually in real anatomy. But I liked it, but it's not like a Naruto or anything. It's like it's a different type of anime, but definitely would recommend it if you're like into like anatomy stuff. It is a pretty interesting anime, but it's like nothing I'm like crazy about. But it is pretty cool. And then, so I've recently like gotten bigger into sports animes. I guess with like volleyball starting back for me, but since now volleyball's over, but with volleyball and stuff, I've just kind of like started watching some sports animes. But I actually didn't start with Haikyuu like this time around. I started with Blue Lock. And I'd heard a lot of great things about Blue Lock, like from like athletes and just big people in like the anime community and stuff. So I was like, okay, I want to give Blue Lock a chance just because like they look like really competitive on like the clips and stuff I'd seen and like how people talked about it. But oh, it takes it to a whole nother level. It's so great. Would definitely recommend watching it if you're like an athlete, just because it's so cool. Just seeing like people compete at the highest level and it being like a sport. Honestly, I don't think I would have liked. I didn't think I was going to like Blue Lock as much as I did just because it's soccer or football. They actually call it soccer in the anime, so I'm going to say soccer. But yeah, Blue Lock was really good actually. But like I said, it's not. It's honestly better than I expected. I will say though, after I watched Blue Lock, I started Haiku, but I think if it was like the reversed, I wouldn't have liked it as much. Like I like the extra stuff in Blue Lock, but since it's a soccer anime, I like that. But with Haiku being a volleyball anime and me just liking volleyball way more than soccer, I like Haiku. I honestly probably prefer Haiku, and I thought that was crazy because I loved Blue Lock, especially like because I don't want to say I'm like really like an egoist, but like whenever I play sports, I like obviously want to be the best. I think anybody that's an athlete that's like good wants to like be the best, but like it really brings out like your competitive side in Blue Lock, and um, that type of show I watch it less for like the actual sport. Like Haiku, I like Haiku a lot, but I love it because it's volleyball. But Blue Lock, like say like the Blue Lock, all the crazy stuff in Blue Lock was in a volleyball anime, I would still love it. But if it was like just regular high school soccer, I don't know if I would be crazy about that, if that makes sense. So I love both of the animes, and I prefer Haiku, but I don't know how confusing that sounded. But yeah, Blue Lock was really good. But um, like I said, really good, especially if you're like a competitive athlete. I would definitely recommend watching it. I think seeing competitive people is really interesting, especially if you're a competitive person. And I can't wait for season 2 to come out. Okay, and then finally, I gave Haiku a fair chance. I started a long time ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe not 2 or 3, but a year or two ago at least. But I only like watched the part of the first episode. I did that with Bleach, like I said. I don't know why I do that. I've quit doing that as much. Like I at least watched through the first episode or two to see what I'm getting into. But I started. I got through the first episode, and this time I was like, okay, this seems like really interesting. But honestly, I watched it and then like took a few days before I watched the next episode. But after I watched the next day, I was watching it almost every day and at least an episode a day, if not more episodes. At least every other day. Like there was days I would like not watch it, but I was watching it almost every day and almost an episode or two. Like I'd say probably 1.5 episodes a day on average since watching the second episode. So yeah, really after the second episode is what really got me into Haiku. So if you play volleyball or even just are interested in volleyball, I would 100% recommend Haiku. You actually like learn a little bit about volleyball, like as far as like playing. Like I think I've gotten better just by watching Haiku. Uh, but yeah, I actually gave it a fair chance this time, and wow, I'm so glad I did. And honestly, I don't know why I decided to rewatch it this time. I don't know if it was because Blue Lock was so good and I just wanted to try another sports anime, and most of the people actually like Haiku better, which kind of surprised me. And then I watched it, and I was like, honestly, I think I prefer Haiku, but I honestly thought Blue Lock would be more popular just because I think people prefer that type of anime more, but it seems like Haiku might be more popular. I don't know, it's close, but I prefer Haiku personally, but I'm a volleyball player, so it makes sense. Um, and the reason I kind of started, I think it's honestly a bunch of factors. Like I said, with volleyball starting up for me, just after watching another sports anime, Haiku getting Funko Pops, and now I definitely plan on trying to complete the Haiku set. I haven't even pre-ordered any. I think I'm just gonna at this point. I think most are like starting to come in stores, but I'm gonna just try to get the Haiku set. And I'm only in season 2 right now, but yeah, I'm only a few episodes into season 2, but I already loved it so much that I'm just gonna try to get the whole set. And right now, the whole set out right now is only from Karasuno. And then the other reason, there was like one more reason. Maybe it's just because I didn't think I gave it a great chance, but there's a variety of reasons why I thought it was right to start Haiku again, and I'll just say I'm so glad I did. But yeah, Haiku so far has been great, and I would 100% recommend watching it if you're a volleyball player. And I know this video has dragged on so long, so if you've stuck here all the way to the end, thank you so much. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm so glad to have added all these pops to the collection and more, and I'm so glad to rewatch anime and start watching it again. Because I go through spurts, like I won't watch anything, then I'll watch something I love, and then I'll be like, ooh, what do I want to watch next? And then I'll start something that's like okay, and then I'll like take a break again. But I will say I'm about to go on vacation, and every year I went on vacation, I've started something that's really good. The first year that I like got into anime, like I just finished the original Naruto series, and this was like before I found out about like websites that you could watch it like not legally, but if you watch anime, but then I ended up getting Hulu and stuff, so now I can watch it legally. But but we only got Hulu recently. But I started Attack on Titan and maybe one other anime, but I remember for sure starting Attack on Titan. One thing that annoys me about Netflix that I will start, they've got so many series that they've only got like the first or like parts of seasons of. Like when I started Bleach, they only had parts of Bleach. They don't even have Bleach on Netflix anymore, I think. But at that point, and Attack on Titan, they only have the first season. Like so many good animes, they've only got parts. And like One Piece, I get One Piece. It's just stupid long. But like if you're gonna have Attack on Titan, at least have like 2 or 3 seasons. I don't know. Just kind of annoys me. But oh, and like Total Drama, they used to have all Total Drama. Total Drama is not an anime, but I love Total Drama. I loved it on Cartoon Network. Actually, I didn't really start it on Cartoon Network. I started it on Netflix. But me and my sister loved it. We watched like every episode of it together, and we loved Total Drama. It's like Survivor, but like extreme Survivor. So it's hilarious. I don't even remember my little tangent now, but oh yeah, I've always watched good. So yeah, started Attack on Titan that first year, and then the second year. Maybe it's only been 2 years, but that 1 year for sure it was Attack on Titan, and then the second year, I wasn't even like watching anime, or if I wasn't watching like I was in like one series and like just took a break. But I started Kotaro Lives Alone, was really good, but like kind of a different style anime than usual. But it was a shorter one. Like that's one of the shorter animes I think I've like watched all of and completed. And then after that, I started Code Geass, which has been one of my favorite series ever. So this year, I don't know what I'm gonna start. Maybe I'll just finish Haiku, but maybe I'll start something else too. Well, maybe I'll start. Maybe I'll finally start Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe something. I'll probably start something just for the fun of it, just because every year I've done that. But Haiku's been so good too, so I don't know. Well, I'll update you all though. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching once again, and probably the next video you'll see is whatever happens out of my GameStop situation.